Hello, Lisa, our Georgia suburban homestead. How are you? I thought I was going to be late coming in today. My niece and my nephew are over, so I was giving my niece a bath. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late for my live stream, trying to give her a bath. But I managed to get her out just in time. So, my goodness, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's get this up here. We got pizza and going to munch while we chat. I was going to do pizza tonight, and then I didn't. I probably still can. It's only 7 o'clock. But I didn't do pizza tonight. Oh, let me get my phone on mute here. All right, that's on mute. Um, Let me just make sure everything's on mute so I don't have an echo in here. All right. Yes. So it is finally Friday. Hello, I've got my ice cream. Got your ice cream, huh, Anne? I think yesterday was it yesterday or the day before? A couple of days ago, it was National Ice Cream Day. Just got the notification. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, David. How are you? How is everybody doing on this marvelous Friday? TGIF, right? Yes. I'm so glad it's Friday. Very glad it's Friday. Tomorrow I have a birthday party for one of my nieces. So we're going to be going swimming. She's having a little pool party. So I've got lots of goodies to bring. Hello, I want to believe. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Is anyone getting some rain or has anyone gotten the rain? I know that Lisa has gotten a lot of rain. Was it Lisa? Were you getting the lot? No, you weren't getting a lot of rain, but you got some rain today, right? Somebody I talked to was getting a lot of rain. And oh, it was container crops. She was getting a lot of rain and some of her stuff was struggling. Yes, rain. So glad we have had a few days without it. Rain, yes. So glad we have had a few days without rain. Yes, you are getting the rain. That's what it is. You're the one that's getting a lot of rain. So some of us are getting too much rain, and then some of us are not getting enough. But it's been raining here all day, and I am like, yes, I'm just soaking it in. And it's not like a stormy, angry kind of rain. It's like a peaceful, steady, calm rain, just steady rain all day long. It did stop for a little while. It got sunny, it got a little warm, and then the rain came back in. So it's just kind of been just really peaceful all day long. So I'm so grateful for that. That's a feel good Friday right there. Finally, a day I don't have to water all these plants. I know that's right. I'm telling you because my rain barrel, if you watched my garden tour video, my rain barrel got contaminated because I found a mouse in there. Okay, I don't know how long it had been in there or whatnot, but the fact that it was in there just I wasn't going to water my vegetables with that water. So I need to empty my rain barrel and wash it out. And I have wanted my husband to siphon the water out, and he hasn't done that yet. And I was like, dang, I would have loved to have that done by today so that all this wonderful fresh rain could fill that barrel up. But I think we're going to get some more rain here sometime later in the week, hopefully. The last time they said we were supposed to get rain, it totally skipped us and went over the lake. And I was like, oh no, we were supposed to get rain today. Where's the rain? So yeah, I don't know. Sunday, possibly Sunday, but I mean, that's just a big if. And then it's going to get hot again. 89 on Tuesday, 87 Wednesday, 83 Thursday, and all sunny. So you know what that means. Anytime it's full sun, it's always going to be hotter than what it says it's going to be. Yes. Remember the channel I said I was getting strange vibes from? I just tried to log in. I'm unsubscribed. Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty strange, Lisa. Yay, soaking rain is exactly what we need. Absolutely soaking rain, Suzanne. That's perfect description of it. Soaking rain. Watering those plants nice and deep, getting them all, that nitrogen that's in the rain, and it's just lovely. David said he napped almost all day with the rain. I bet that was some good sleep, though. I bet that was some really good sleep. Yeah, I was out shopping pretty much most of the day because I was out getting some things for my niece's birthday party tomorrow. So I did not mind being out in the rain at all today. It was actually kind of nice. Like I said, it wasn't like a pouring down angry rain. It was so peaceful. It was so calm. It was just so, you know, just like a steady rain. It was so nice. Just so nice today. Even Zeke enjoyed the rain. So he was sitting in the sunroom and he was watching it rain. And then he was sitting on the front porch and he was watching the rain. So even Zeke enjoyed the rain. Berber peppers are starting to be ready to pick. Ooh, nice and chocolate brown. I wonder if the rain helped. Oh, yes. Peppers are, I want to say about 85, between 85 and 90% water. So for them to get this good rain is going to be just great for peppers. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys had like a good boost in your pepper plants, especially the pepper plants. Um, Especially because peppers take long. It takes a good while for the pepper plants to get established and to get going and to get nice and strong to where they can, they're at the point where they can actually bear the fruit and, hold the fruit. But yeah, that rain is going to do them peppers really good. I have a chocolate sweet pepper called Zulu. Oh, Zulu peppers. I think I've seen those on somebody's um, garden tour. Zulu peppers. I don't remember whose tour it was, but I just watched somebody's garden tour and they said they had Zulu peppers. I wonder if it was Lion Crest. Did I see Zulus? I saw Zulus at your place. Okay, so yeah, maybe it was at your place. Oh, yes, 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 that was the last. Uh-huh. Our rain down here in Floyd County restarts on Sunday and Monday. Okay, so yeah, mine says Sunday, but nothing on Monday. So hopefully it'll come through and it'll be nice to get 2 days of rain because then, the whole rest of the week is going to be hot and the plants could really use that deep watering. So it's going to rain till about 8 o'clock and then possibly more later as far as the weather app is concerned. But I'm just glad we got the rain that we did because we needed it. They're actually black, very juicy and sweet. Okay, very juicy and sweet. So tell me something. Is the inside of the pepper green on those black peppers. I seen somebody cut open one of their black peppers and the inside was green. I've never grown black peppers, so I didn't know. I was like, wow, I didn't know the inside was green. It's pretty amazing. Good to know as I haven't tasted mine yet. No peppers for me yet, but several blooms showing. Yes. I've got a few some very small peppers, but I do have a lot of blooms on my jalapeno and on my purple beauty bell peppers. So I'm looking forward to those ones. I love purple. I've never grown the purple beauty, so pretty much the inside is black. Okay. I think I have my first ripe one and 50 cherry tomatoes to the trustee's office for a hungry family. Oh, you gave your first ripe one. Okay. That's really nice of you, David. Growing several black peppers this year. One from Hungary, one from Japan, and South America. Okay. Hello, Don't Hurt the Harvest. How are you? Happy Friday. Thanks for coming in. Harvesting a few peppers, but still trying to find spaces for some peppers and tomatoes from my back porch, moving to the side garden. Yes, I know exactly how that can be because I have my things that I have succession plant sowed. So I've got some watermelons and some more cucumbers that I need to plant. But I'm struggling because I don't want to take I'm tempted to take the cauliflower out because it hasn't done anything and it doesn't show signs of doing anything. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the cauliflower out and make space for some other things that I have already planted that already should, go out soon. And then I also have, what else was it? I've got to get the cilantro out and get those seeds harvested. So I've got, once I get the cilantro out, I can make more space there by those peppers for some more things in there too. Probably some more of those beans. And I have, like I said, those cucumbers have to go somewhere. And I've got some more grow bags, so I can definitely do some more grow bags for some more cucumbers and watermelons. So I just have to get on it because I have to mix the soil. If you saw one of those videos where I was putting together the soil mixture, I've got the compost that I got for free from our county compost. Then I've got the peat moss that I mix in with that. And then I've got the cow manure, the organic composted cow manure. So I mix all that together in the wheelbarrow and then I distribute it throughout my containers. So all my containers are full of the free compost that I got from the county. So now I have to just dump those out into the wheelbarrow, add the peat moss, add the compost, stir it all up, and then get it distributed. But I just haven't done that. So I could probably do it Sunday evening. But I know Sunday when I get out of church, I usually try to catch Garden State Gardener on his live and Melody at Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. So I don't know if I'll be able to get much done Sunday night either. I think Zulu is from Poland. I have several of those growing. Okay. Zulu sounds like it's not from Poland. Sounds like it might be from Africa or something. Going away from the keyboard for a bit. Okay. All right, let's see. My melons are flowering. They look good. No cauliflower here. Okay. Yeah, my melons are flowering too. My cantaloupes have tons of flowers and I can see signs of fruit already. And so is the same with my honeydew. I can see signs of fruit already on the honeydew. Now, the watermelon is a different story. Don't see any I don't see very many blossoms at all, and I definitely don't see any signs of fruit. So I don't know what it is with the watermelon. It takes longer. I took my cabbage out today. Okay, my cabbage hasn't produced cabbage yet. So I've only got the red cabbage, and it's just now starting to form heads. It's been in all spring, and now it's going into the summer, and I mean, it looks healthy. It just is not cabbage yet. So, and my Brussels sprouts too. They're just now starting to get little nodules on them. Vineyard Chicks, hello. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Blight is once again getting my tomatoes, which are full of tomatoes, but I have tomato plants everywhere, so it's okay. Saw my first tomato baby from the back porch yesterday. Oh, that's so sweet. You know, you can take all those leaves that are at the bottom, you can trim those all the way up. As long as the plant has, a few good leaves at the top, at the canopy of the plant, you can trim off most all of those leaves that are infected at the bottom of the plant and get rid of those leaves. Try a baking soda and water mixture for the blight. Um, what you can do is 1 tablespoon of baking soda in a gallon of water, and you can spray down your tomato plants with that. That also works for like powdery mildew and different other fungus diseases. Um, but yeah, get rid of all of those infected leaves as soon as you can, and don't compost them, just throw them in the garbage. I started early. I'm going to try again. Yeah, mine went out pretty early, and I thought I was going to get some. I got a little bit of broccoli for the first time this year. I've never grown broccoli before because it's always bolted on me. But I got it out early, and I was able to get the broccoli. So I was thinking that I would have had broccoli and cauliflower at the same time, but obviously not. And there's like definitely no signs of cauliflower coming. I planted a hybrid tomato called 4th of July, and it's almost ripe. Oh, I think I've seen those. Um, David, is that a Burpee brand? Is the brand of that tomato Burpee? I think I've seen those when I was looking at the tomato seeds in Meyer. Our cabbages had cabbage mothworms. Mama sprayed it with BT. Yes, BT is very good. It's nice and organic. Never heard of baking soda and water solution. Thanks. No problem. When do you plant your broccoli for fall? Broccoli for fall gets started indoors because it's just so hot out right now, and you want to start that like now, before the middle of this month. So I have yet to start it. I was supposed to start it this week and I haven't, but I will be starting it like ASAP. So as soon as possible, start your broccoli for fall indoors and let that grow for anywhere from like, you want to put it out by like August, middle of August. And it's been weird because we've been getting nice temperatures all the way into November, even though my area says that my first frost date is October 22nd. So last year, I want to say, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, it was like 70 degrees in November. It was crazy. And it was even nice in December. So, I mean, even though we might get some frosty days, it's not going to actually freeze, and broccoli's okay in the frost. It can take a light frost. So you can go ahead and get your broccoli out in August, by the end of August, and then it should thrive into the fall. Hey, Mel. There she is. Melody at Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. I just talked about you, or I just talked you up. I was saying that I was trying to get my containers full so that I could get the rest of my succession plants out. But I have to mix up my soil mix with my compost and my manure and my peat moss and whatnot. So I got to get all that mixed up and put into the containers. And I said, well, maybe I can get that done on Sunday. And I was like, well, maybe not, because after I get home from church, I got Garden State Gardener, and then I got Melody coming on right after Garden State Gardener. So I don't know if I'll get anything done. I don't know if I'll get anything done Sunday night either. And Garden State Gardener is only going on for an hour this week. He's got to elevate his leg, and he can't stay on long. I started my broccoli, cabbage, etc. about a week and a half ago and did it all outside. I am such a rebel. I don't want to do it outside because I'm afraid it'll just bolt right away. So I don't want to lose it. Well, I guess you are a good rebel because you are a beast in the garden. Yes. I want to believe and bake a leg. Hello, hello. David saying hello. Hello to everyone. So let's see if this link thing is going to work. I wanted to see. Last time I was able to. Last time it wasn't working. So if you put IBG in the chat and you have a channel, you should be able. Nightbot should drop your link. Let me see if it's going to do it. Okay, so see how it's. So Nightbot should drop the link in the chat for your channel. But the last time it wasn't working, it was dropping the links, but then when somebody would click on the link, it wasn't working. So I went into the Nightbot, and I think it was because it was disabled. The links option or whatever it was disabled. So I went ahead and I enabled it. So, okay, good, it worked. Good. Okay, so if you have a channel and you want to drop your link, feel free. Just put IBG in the chat, and then you can drop your link in the chat. Hello, LP. Nice of you to join us. Thanks for coming in, and happy Friday. Yes. So if anyone's coming in and watching the replay, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Don't forget to thumbs up and like the video. If you can share it out, then share it out. So another Feel Good Friday that I had, besides the rain that we're getting, the Japanese beetles, I've got them under control, you guys. I've got the Japanese beetles under control. I'm so glad because I did not want to have to bust out the neem oil. I seen a bunch of little like baby praying mantises the other day. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So cute. And I would hate to disrupt anything with my beneficial insects and pollinators. So I don't like to use the neem oil if I don't have to. But if it's a situation where, things are just out of control and, I need to do what I need to do, then, that's different. But I didn't want to have to spray down that grapevine. My eye keeps itching. I did not want to have to spray down that grapevine with neem oil, especially with everything, because it's kind of growing up and over. And there we go. I was so glad that I was able to get the Japanese beetle thing under control. So that is a Feel Good Friday story for me. David says, I always have lots of praying mantis on my property, and this year I saw them very young, but have not seen any in a while. Anyone else have this problem? Well, I saw two just the other day. Wednesday, when I was filming my walkthrough Wednesday, I seen two babies in two different spots in the garden. So I know they're out there. They're a lot of times they just blend in, and they probably are out there and you just don't see them. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I don't know why StreamYard's been doing that to me. It mutes me just like on the random. It just all of a sudden it just mutes. I have to keep an eye on it like through the whole stream so that it doesn't do that to me. It did it twice in my last live stream. I saw one, which is so odd. I usually get a lot of them. Yeah. Lost signal on your phone. Okay, my Feel Good Friday is that I harvested my first okra. Woo! I have quite a few okra. I lost some to a hungry bunny mom, so hopefully we'll get quite a few more. Okay. I'm really looking forward to the okra this year. I want to pickle that okra, and I've got, I don't know, like eight or 10 okra plants out there. So I'm looking forward to that. Hedgehog's Homestead. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. If you have a Feel Good Friday story to share or some encouragement maybe for somebody else, then go right ahead and share that with the chat. I thought it was me. I was looking where I muted you. No, it's the StreamYard. Last Friday, it muted me twice, and I have to keep an eye on it. Like I keep looking down at the mute just to make sure, like I don't, so I can see it out of the corner of my eye if it goes on. But I try to catch it. My Feel Good Friday is that I harvested my first okra. Oh yes, I just read that. Yes, I saw okra in the store today. And I was like, "Oh, there's okra. How much is?" I was just out of curiosity. I was wondering how much it was. It was $4.99 a pound for the okra, and there was probably not even a pound in the package. So I was like, "Wow, $4.99 a pound. That's pretty steep. I'm glad I'm growing my own." My Feel Good Friday today, I just harvested all 12 but 3 snowball cauliflower and went around seed saving. Oh, yes. Good job, Mel. What seeds did you save today? I harvested my first okra this week, too. I seem to only get one at a time. How many plants do you recommend? This is my first time growing okra, so a test round. Well, the okra, I think it only produces maybe 2 or 3 at a time, and they take a little while to get going because then you've got to get those big beautiful flowers that come on first, and then of course they have to get pollinated. So like I've got 12 plants in, so I'm hoping to get, if you think about maybe 2 at a time off of 12 plants, then that's like 24 okra at a time. So just think about whether or not, kind of like 2 or 3 at a time, roughly on average about 2 from each plant at a time around the same time. So depending on how many you want, you would have to think about how many plants you want to have. So like I said, I've got 10 or 12. I'm pretty sure it's 12 plants out there. And if I think about it, and I get 2 okras at a time off each plant, roughly around the same time, then that's going to give me like 24 pods of okra at one time. And that'll be enough for me because I want to pickle the okra for the most part. But I am going to use it in some other stuff. But yeah, if you just think about it like that. All right, let's see. Okay, Hedgehog's Homestead. My Feel Good Friday is that I'm at 993. Oh, isn't that awesome? So you need 7 subscribers, 7 friends to pay you a visit If we have 7 friends in the chat that can help Hedgehog's homestead to reach their milestone, that would be awesome. That would be very awesome if we have 7 friends to help Hedgehog's homestead. And then your Friday will be really good if we can do that. And that would make my Friday good too, because then I would have participated in helping you to reach your milestone. So yes, if we can just share out Hedgehog Homestead's channel, let everybody know they're so close to reaching their milestone. And if we can just push them just over the edge to get them to their 1,000, that would be so great. Pickled okra is delicious. I haven't liked pickles since I had my daughter 25 years ago, but I have a salt vinegar brine with garlic for the okra. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I love salt and vinegar chips. Oh, yes. Holy guacamole, that's expensive, isn't it? $4.99 a pound. My goodness. I guess our Feel Good Friday is that it's raining today. Woo-hoo! So we didn't need to water the garden. And the grapes are in serious need of water too. I know. I know. My poor grapevine was suffering because of those beetles. Oh, I'm so glad I got it under control though. My Feel Good Friday is my volunteer sunflowers are beginning to blossom. They look so cheerful. Oh, that's awesome, Suzanne. Volunteer sunflowers are the best because they get nice and strong really quick. Yes. I've got sunflowers popping up all over. They're volunteers. I'm super grateful for the rain, but I watered a bunch yesterday. That said, I've got tons of beans and I'm watching my jalapenos. All right. Zinnias, dill, chamomile, and harvested some coneflowers. Okay. So you got zinnia seeds, dill seeds, chamomile flowers, and harvest. Did you harvest dill or did you harvest dill seeds? You said you were going around harvesting seeds. So yeah, that sounds amazing. I have more sage seeds to collect. I've got to collect all that cilantro. You guys saw all that cilantro in my video. I've got to collect all that cilantro. And then I have, what was the other seed I had? Oh, not yet, but I will very soon have oregano seed. So I've got, oh, and dill. The dill is there are some seeds on there. Yeah, so 5 minutes of rain today. Oh, man. You just keep getting skipped over there, don't you, Mel? Love pickled okra. Yes. Isn't it great? That is good, Vineyard Chicks. And now I know for next year. I bought 3 pounds of shishito peppers for $3. Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. $1 a pound. I mean, it's not the greatest price, but it could be worse. It could definitely be worse. I am subscribed. Okay. That would be cool. Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome. Member already. Yep. So just share it out. If you're already a member or if you're already a neighbor, then share the channel out so that you can get maybe some of your neighbors to visit Hedgehogs, and then they can become neighbors as well. Hedgehog's Homestead, share your link by commenting IBG. Absolutely. Thank you, Anne. Yes. Comment IBG in the chat, and then your link will pop up. My favorite chips in the whole world, salt and vinegar. I like the dill pickle too. Like the dill, I think it's Lay's that makes them, the dill pickle ones. Yeah. My favorite salt and vinegars, I think, are Pringles salt and vinegar. Yum. Absolutely. Congratulations, Suzanne. Sunflowers are beautiful. Yes, they are. I just sent Huga Homestead. I just sent her some sunflower. Some sunflower and some Hubbard squash and I think some kale. Um, Speaking of seeds, so I was sharing with you guys last week how much of a seed addict I am. So I was telling you how I found seeds that I didn't even know that I had. They were in my trunk of my car, big stack of seeds that I didn't know was there. Then I found a big stack of seeds in my kitchen drawer. I didn't know those were there. So then I was looking at this. I picked up this. I picked up this envelope, this mailing envelope. Let's see if I can put this down like this. So I picked up this mailing envelope, and I'm like, that sounds like there's seeds in there. So I go in the mailing envelope, and I was like, oh, there's seeds in there. What kind of seeds is it? So I've got some Georgia collards from M.I. Gardner that I didn't know I had. And I've got some China Rose radish from M.I. Gardner that I didn't know I had. And I've got some giant noble spinach that I didn't know I had. And if you guys would believe, this is from 2018. Yeah. I got so many seeds laying around here that I didn't even miss these. I have a problem, you guys. I have a problem with keeping up with my problem. Crazy. Okay, both. So you got dill and dill seed. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have some dill seed soon. It's really starting to dry out now. I have a ton of sage seeds. Geez, that would take me all day. I know those little tiny sage flowers, and they've got about 3 seeds in each little tiny flower. It's very tedious trying to save those seeds, trying to harvest those seeds. It's very tedious. I really need to try shishito peppers. I love peppers of any kind. Oh, yes. Shishito peppers are one of the best. One of the best. Definitely have to try those. I went to a farmer's market yesterday because mine are just coming on. I have no patience. Hey, at least you have a farmer's market. A lot of people don't have one. Um, I have a farmer's market, and I love my farmer's market. That's where I got my seed starts because I didn't do seeds. I did not plant seeds this year. Well, not mostly. I did plant some seeds, but for the majority of my garden, I did not plant seeds. I went ahead and I bought starts from the local nursery, which is the farmer's market. And I got a flat of seeds. The first time I got a flat of seeds for like 16 bucks. And then the second time they had raised it a little bit and it was like 18. So, which is a really good price because each little 4-pack was like 8 plants. And I had 12 little 4-packs for $18. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong for that kind of price. And it helped me to stay disciplined and not try to grow all the things. That's my weakness. I have all these seeds and I want to grow all the things and I don't have space to put all the things and then they suffer and then I wonder why I'm not getting production out of my garden. Yeah. So I made sure that I stayed disciplined this year I went ahead and I got the seed starts because I know this is all I'm buying, so this is all I'm growing. Now for fall, that's a different story because fall I am definitely starting seeds. And I've got a very big stack of seeds, a very long, exhausted list of seeds that I'm starting in the fall. Let me see. I had it right here. Oh, here it is. All right, let me tell you what I'm starting for fall. I've got Portuguese kale, thousand head kale, lacinato kale, red Russian kale, Georgia collards, all top turnips, tender green mustards, of course lettuces of a few different kinds, a couple of different spinaches, so the Bloomsdale and the Giant Noble, and there's another one, Corenta. I think it's called Corenta. Anyway, a few spinaches, Swiss chards, the giant Swiss chard and the rainbow Swiss chard, peas again, kohlrabi, bok choy, red mustards, arugula. I'll be growing arugula for the first time. I'm going to try some radicchio. Never grown that, so I'm going to try that. Of course, I need to plant some more bunching onions because mine are all ready to harvest, so I need to start some more bunching onions. Some Asian cabbage, broccoli and cauliflower, rutabaga, broccoli rabe, and radishes. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put all that stuff, but I'm going to definitely start the seed. Okay, Lisa's back. Welcome back, Lisa. I like the dill pickle also. Yes, the dill pickle lays and the salt and vinegar Pringles. I love those. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to my Georgia homestead. Just collected a bunch of cilantro seeds. I'm going to replant them in the fall. I let my plants drop their seeds, and when they come up, they come up. And then I harvest a lot of them and save them, of course. But I will let my plants just drop their seeds right where they're at. And whenever they get ready to come up, that's when they get ready to come up. Dill pickle chips. You don't like dill pickle chips, Mel? Oh my gosh. OMG, she brought more seeds. She needs help. In my defense, that was 2018. I bought those seeds. I just now found them. I have so much seed, I don't know what I have. I know. Time to grow. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Can't stay. Movie night with the hubby. I hit the like button and I will watch the replay. Peace and love, y'all. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you. Thank you. Mama is laughing because she did the exact same thing. Hers were beets and cabbages. She said you hit it so well. I know. I have to laugh at all the seeds you find in strange places. I'm telling you, I have a problem. It's a healthy addiction, but I have to keep up with it. And if I don't keep up with it, like there's a package of Georgia collards in there, and I know that just not too long ago I bought some Georgia collards from somewhere else. I don't know if it was Botanical Interest or wherever it was, but yeah. And I had these sitting there the whole time. Sheesh. Somebody help me grow dill. Dill? Really? Oh, wow. I plant the dill in the spring. So as soon as the ground is workable, I just broadcast my seed out there And when it's time for that seed to grow, it will grow. So I don't have to time it. I don't have to wait for it. When I start to put out like spinach and lettuce and those different things, I put the dill out when I put that stuff out, and it sprouts on its own. I don't, I don't know when. I didn't keep track of when it sprouted, but it does take a while sometimes. But once the temperatures are right and once it gets right, they will sprout. Or another thing is to just winter sow them. Put them in a jug and some dirt and whatever, and put them out in the, like February or whatnot when it's really cold, and just leave them out there until they sprout. I'm going to have to make some pepper jelly soon. I've never made pepper jelly. Dill, I just dropped more seeds in the dirt and it just grows. Yeah, it does. It does just grow. Well, it's not exactly a farmer's market. It's called a produce junction here. All fruits and vegetables. Yeah, it's like the same difference. It's Feel Good Friday, and I feel good about my wonderful YouTube community. Garden is looking good over here. Thankful to God for the harvest. Peace and good night. Good night, time to grow. And I'm glad you are having a good gardening year. Hello, Baloo's Clues. Nice of you to join us. It's Feel Good Friday. Happy Friday. If you have a Feel Good Friday story to share with us, some encouragement or something that made you feel good this week, then you can share it with the chat. And if you have a channel to share, you can drop IBG in the chat and share your channel link in the chat, and then everyone can connect. Hedgehog's Homestead is 8 neighbors away from having their full community for reaching their milestone of 1,000. So if anyone wants to visit Hedgehog's Homestead, then that would be great. Or if you are already one of Hedgehog Homestead's neighbors, then you can share their channel out on your community page and just let some of your neighbors know that they are very close to reaching their 1,000 milestone. And if we could help them get over that hump, that would be awesome. Hey, Mona. Nice of you to join us. Happy Friday. I have pressure canned twice so far. Melody's getting the hang of it. Hello, GT Jr. Nice of you to join us. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Growing with Hudson. Thanks for joining us. Uh-oh, $1,000. Did you see that? Did you see that? Were you in here when I showed them seeds just now? I found some more seeds that I didn't know that I had, and they were from 2018. So I found this bubble mailer and I picked it up, and I could hear seeds in there, and I was like, wait, there's seeds in there. So there's 3 packs of seeds in here. One of them is Georgia collards. One of them is these China rose radishes, which are really quite good. I'm going to grow those this fall probably, if I can get them to show up. There we go. China rose radish. And then some giant noble spinach. And I just found these, okay? I just found these, and they're from an order that I placed in 2018. Okay? And I didn't even know I had them. I didn't even miss them. This was from September of 2018. And I just now found them. So yeah, more seeds. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Thank you guys for coming in. Cassandra, thanks for coming in. Happy Friday. Yes, if you guys have a channel to share, Just drop IBG in the chat and Nightbot will share your link. Yes, Suzanne. Swiss chard, the thing I love about Swiss chard is it will grow in the heat and it will grow in the cold. Swiss chard is one of those things like kale where it can just grow all year round. So yes, Swiss chard is a great fall vegetable to grow. Lynette Lawrence. Okay, hello to your channel and coming over from Black's Tropical Homestead. Well, thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. If you have a Feel Good Friday story to share with us, you can share that in the chat. If you have a channel that you would like to share, you can share that as well. Just put IBG in the chat and Nightbot should share your link. I need to put up a video. I'm so bad. I get like that too, Baloo's Clues. I get that, you know, sometimes I'm like, man, I needed to put that video out. And sometimes I just miss the mark. I've been searching for my chard. I hope I find them soon. Well, you let me know, Baloo's Clues, if you don't have your chard and you need some chard. I definitely have some chard to share. Anyone can tell you that I have enough seeds here and that I will be able to share with you some Swiss chard. I've got some of the giant Swiss chard. It's the Ford Hook giant Swiss chard. So if you need some Swiss chard, you let me know. My email is in my About page. So you can shoot me an email and I will definitely send you out some seed. And Dale, thanks for coming in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. In my defense, I am going on tonight and ordering me some seeds. Hello, Miss Shirley. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Anyone have a Feel Good Friday story that they want to share? Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. I do the same by letting seeds drop as they can, come up when they get ready. Yep, I think some tomatoes from last year are coming up. Yes, I always have volunteer tomatoes, and I always have 1 or 2 volunteer beans that come up, and sunflowers. So yeah, I planted dill about 5 times in many spots. Only 1 came up. Don't feel bad. I must be really behind on the chat. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm about 10 minutes behind. Let me catch up with you guys. My best friend beat COVID and talking prayers answered. Amen, Miss Shirley. He's a prayer answering God. I feel good that I was spying on a bee and it led me to a nest of eggs that were hatching. Oh, wow. I got rid of a ton of squash bugs. Nice. Wow. Did you get to film that? Whenever I go to the garden, I try to always make sure that I have my phone with me because I've been caught a few times without it. And I will see something out there and it's like, man, I wish I had my camera or I wish I had my phone with me. And you want to catch something, you know, in the moment and you don't have it. So I always make sure I bring my phone out with me so I can catch stuff like that. Some cool stuff, you know. I won a gift from Black's Tropical Homestead and that made me feel good. Oh, congratulations, Lynette. Happy Friday. Winning. Winning, winning, winning. All right, everybody's sharing their links in the chat. So, like I said, Hedgehog's Homestead is very close. Last we looked, it was eight friends away. So if we can share their channel out, or if you're not already part of their circle, then maybe you can join and become part. Yep, just so happens to be in a bubble envelope. Please, she ordered more. It is, look, it's from 2018. Yep, it came on September 18th of 2018. Happily packed by Whitney. Yeah. I probably have more seeds somewhere else. Okay, he's shopping. GT Junior is shopping. Same. I'm now shopping for seeds. I don't want to be a bad influence. Oh my goodness, Hedgehog's Homestead. It's going to happen tonight. I'm sure of it. Yes. Yes, it's going to happen tonight, Hedgehog's Homestead. And then you're really going to have a Feel Good Friday to talk about. Driving, shopping. You busy, busy. All right, everyone share your channels. Everyone say hello. I bought a set of 20 seed packs on Prime Day for $7.99. Yes, I think I've seen that, but I had to resist the urge to buy it. They had a lot of those like survival garden packages on sale and stuff, and I was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Are you guys proud of me? I didn't do it. I didn't buy the seeds. I should have, but I didn't. I was sharing a few things on my community page on Prime Day. They had those 3-piece ball canning sets with the jar lifter and the butt debubbler and I want to say the lid magnet for $3.99. Yeah. A lot of my seeds are quite old, so I wanted some seeds with a better rate of germination. That's understandable. Hello, Mike. Happy Friday. Nice to see you. Our library gives out free seeds, and I grab more every time I go in, even though I have no more room to plant right now. And don't feel bad because, yeah, don't feel bad. You can never have enough seed. And seed stores really well. If you store it correctly, you can save seed for a very long time. Some seeds save better than others, but for the most part, if you keep them dry and, in a cool place, that where it's not going to get any moisture to it or get too hot or get too cold, then most seeds will definitely keep. And you shouldn't have to worry about them, not germinating at all. I put up a short of the nymphs. Okay. Yeah, I've been finding a lot of those nymphs, talking about the squash bug nymphs. I found a bunch of those on my squash plants more than a couple times now. So every time I go out there, I go ahead and I check under all the leaves and remove any eggs that I might find. And if I have the hose with me, then I will flood the soil so that I could get the adults to come out. But yeah, and lately I've had the hose with me more because my rain barrel, I can't use my rain barrel right now. It's contaminated. So I need to get that cleaned out. All right, 5 away now, 5 away. I was 995. All right, 5 more neighbors. Is 5 away. Yes, hopefully by the end of this live stream. 5 away. Woohoo! Yes, we are at the home stretch. I must go. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Okay, don't hurt the harvest. Thank you for coming in. Just an FYI, they're starting to use different oils in chips. stock up on your oils that you use frequently. Oh, okay. I don't use very many oils. I use mostly olive oil. I do have a couple of containers of coconut oil. For the most part, though, I just use olive oil. So when I go to Myers, every time I go, and they happen to have it, when you buy one, you get the second one either free or 50% off. I will always buy it then and buy two at a time. And I have a pretty good stock of that right now, but I always buy it. So I'm pretty stocked right as of right now. But like I said, I always buy it. So, all right, let's see. Or better yet, switch to cold pressed grapeseed oil. Oh, good idea. Well done in Indiana. I meant to get that pack, but I couldn't budget it. Yes, I'm telling you. It took a lot for me to resist that. It took a lot. I need some more grow bags. Let me go see. Oh, yeah. They were on sale too. Hello, everyone who recently came in listening while harvesting kohlrabi seeds. Ooh, LP. What kind of kohlrabi is it? Is it the purple kohlrabi or is it the white kohlrabi? Or is it the giant kohlrabi? That's interesting too. I found some 12-year-old oak seeds about 4 years ago, and they were viable. So never give up on your seeds, no matter how old they are. That's what I'm saying. Don't give up on them. I got my order from Jimmy Pickles. Nova. That's my niece. I got my order from Jimmy Pickles this week. Had a sale and sent freebies. Nice. And you got some freebies. Wow. Oh gosh, I am sorry. Customer called. What did I miss? We were just talking a little bit of some small talk. Hedgehog's Homestead is 5 away from their 1,000 mark. So we're going to try to get them over that hump during this live stream. If everyone would go over and become a good girl for not buying more seeds. So yes, if everyone would join their circle so they can get to that 1,000 mark. Hedgehog's Homestead. Yeah, I noticed oil was low at the store too, so I'm on an extra one. Yes. Happy Friday, G Mama Grows. Thanks for coming in. She is so cute. Did you see that little face show up right there? I was like, what the world? That's my niece, my sister's daughter. We're going to my other niece's birthday party tomorrow. So I've got my one sister's son and daughter here spending the night so that we can all leave in the morning. We have to go to Kankakee for that birthday party, but it should be fun. This is following harvesting cilantro seeds. Okay, I have to check my notes, but I think it's white Vienna, maybe early Vienna. My Bates collars are taking forever to dry. Survived winter. Good job. Old seeds from 2002 came up the second year. Yep, as long as you keep them. Just joined Hedgehog. Tell me why I'll love you. Okay, that's all right. Let's see. I want to get into Sonia. Nice to see you. Oh wow, look at that. $9.99. One more. We need one more. One more. Let me share out the page so that we can try to get one more subscriber. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to share their link on my community page really quick. All right. All right. All right. Where was I at? I could use some love too. Aiming at 400 now. Okay. So Lisa at our Georgia Suburban Homestead is aiming at 400. Lisa, put IBG in the chat and then your link will come up. Okay. Everyone put your IBG in the chat and share your links so that everyone can connect. All right, they're at 1K. Congratulations, Hedgehog's Homestead. That is amazing. That is a feel-good Friday right there. Congratulations to Hedgehog's Homestead for reaching their 1,000 subscribers. Happy Friday. Yes. That's amazing. Woohoo. All right. You are so welcome, Hedgehog's Homestead. I'm so glad we were able to get you over that hump and get you to that 1,000. Someone shared my last video, the crisis one. That felt good. Okay, good job. Nice. Very good. Congratulations, Hedgehog's Homestead, on your 1,000 subscribers. I hope that you can keep it that way. Well, not that you can, but I hope that it'll stay that way. Sometimes it'll fluctuate, but I'm just glad that you were able to at least reach that milestone. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so I wanted to talk about some beneficial insects and some pests that happen to be in our garden. So I want to start with the good bugs because if we can recognize what the good bugs look like, then we can pretty much know which ones we want to keep around. And anything outside of what we don't recognize, we can probably, safe to say that, we don't want them in the garden. But beneficial insects fall into three main categories. There are the pollinators, the predators, and the parasitizers. Parasitizers. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So that would be like your parasitic wasps. So the pollinators we depend on, of course, to pollinate. That's bees, butterflies, moths, even regular flies. We want those all to be pollinators in our garden, right? And then predators. Predators are the insects that eliminate the pests. They eat them. They eat the larvae. They eat the adults. Like ladybugs, those are good. Praying mantis, good. Green lacewing, good. They all fall into the good category. And I'll show you guys some pictures of these bugs so that we can all see what they look like and have a good idea of what we are looking for to keep around. All right, so and then the parasitizers are the predators that prey upon other insects. So they are the ones that are going to be attacking like the adults. Usually the predators will eat the eggs and the nymphs and things like that, the small, larvae and stuff like that. But the parasitizers actually go after the adult bugs. All right, so they prey upon other insects in a slightly different way, and they lay their eggs on the bad bugs. So that's like when you see a hornworm with all those little white eggs on its back. That's from a predatory wasp. It gets on the back of the hornworm and lays its eggs there. And After that, the hornworm is as good as dead because those eggs are going to hatch and those little larvae come out of those eggs and they eat that hornworm alive. So, yeah. And then when the eggs hatch, the larvae feed on the host insects. Parasitic wasps are the main member of that category. Never heard that word before. Yeah, it's a pretty big one. Haven't seen praying mantis in years. I seen 2 on Wednesday. 2. The link is not working again. I thought I fixed it. All right, so ladybugs. We all know that ladybugs are good in the garden, right? They are ferocious predators. Before they get their bright red colors, they start out life as larvae. So let me get some pictures up for you guys. And then I can share the screen. Let me see. I'm trying to look for a specific. There it is. Okay, I'm share the screen with you guys. All right, so this is the ladybug life cycle. So this is the egg. The eggs are yellow. So if you see like the squash bug eggs, how they look kind of like an amber color, like a red amber, like a brown color. The ladybug eggs are yellow. They're yellow like this. So if you see these yellow eggs, you shouldn't be alarmed because most likely they are probably ladybug eggs. Then when they hatch, the larva looks like this one right here. And it's like a little worm almost with some legs, and it's got like a few red, stripes on its back. And then it turns into this little pupa before it becomes an adult, which of course looks like a ladybug. But at this stage where when it becomes larva, that's when it is the most active in the garden. And they can eat up to 40 aphids an hour at the larva stage. So if you see a bug that looks like this in the garden, it's a ladybug larva, and you definitely want to keep it around. All right, so that is the ladybug. A lot of grasshoppers. Okay, so the grasshoppers are mantis will, I believe, take out your grasshoppers. Yep. I think the praying mantis is good for the grasshopper. Can you make the pic bigger? Let me see if I can give you a different one. All right. I have another one of the ladybug larva. Oops, that didn't work. Hang on a second. All right. All right, so can you see that? That's what the larva looks like for a ladybug. So if you see that in the garden, that's a ladybug larva. It's going to become a ladybug, and what it does, it eats the little nymphs and eggs of other things like beetles, other beetles, and squash bugs, and aphids, and different things like that. So you want to definitely have those ladybugs around. I did see some yellow eggs in a cluster this morning, but I cleaned them off. And it's, you know what I mean? It's habit, because if we don't know what it is, it's like, well, it's better to get rid of it than for it to come, and be something that I don't want in the garden, right? So it's like better to be safe than sorry. But you know, a lot of times it's because it's ladybugs, and then we are like, well, why don't I have any ladybugs in my garden? And it's because we don't know. We're unintentionally getting rid of them. All right, so green lacewings. Let's get a picture of green lacewings. Trying to make sure I have these pictures big enough so you guys can see them. Green lacewings. You probably have heard that it's good to have lacewings in the garden, and it is. This is what a green lacewing looks like. It's an adult green, and adult green lacewings feed on pollen and nectar. So these are good pollinators, okay? So they're going to be good pollinating once they are an adult. But their larvae, which look like a mix between a slug and an alligator, I think I had a different picture for them. Hold on a second. All right, let me get a lacewing larva because I didn't get that one up there. I want you guys to see what it looks like in the stage before it becomes an adult. Because usually our predatory and our good beneficial insects, they work the best when they're in their larva stage because they're eating so that they can become adults. Here's a good one. I don't know if that's big enough, but we'll try it. So, all right, so this is the adult lacewing. And then let me show you the larva of the lacewing. It's a little small. I don't know if it's going to be, if you guys are going to be able to see it very well. Let me see if I can. So that is what the larva looks like for the lacewing. Okay, and the larva, they eat soft-bodied garden pests, including caterpillars and aphids. So they would eat the white moth caterpillars, the little green cabbage moth caterpillars. The lacewings would eat those. Okay, so if we had if we were able to keep lacewings in the garden, then they would be able to eradicate a lot of the cabbage moth caterpillars. All right, so let's move on to the next one, which is the praying mantis. Everybody knows that these are fierce predators and they will hunt many other insects, okay? So they will hunt moths, beetles, flies, but praying mantis have no respect of person, okay? They will hunt everything. So they will also eat other beneficial insects. They will eat butterflies, bees, hummingbirds. They'll even eat each other. So praying mantis are pretty ruthless. But if they have enough of the bad bugs, I'm pretty sure that, you know, that they will be able to, they would stay, you know, away from the good guys. We all know what praying mantis looks like. That's the one behind me here. That's praying mantis. Okay, so spiders, we all know what spiders look like. And spiders are very effective pest controls because they are attracted to their prey by movement. So anything that's moving along, and the good thing about spiders is we don't have to have We don't have, all of our beneficial insects don't have to fly, okay? We need them to be on the ground. We need some beneficial insects on the soil as well as on, overhead. So while we have some things that are under the soil or around the bases of our plants, or like things, we need things to be able to get on, a view from underneath and be able to eradicate things that we can't see from above. So that's where spiders come in, because they go along the soil, they can go up the plant, they can go to the top of the plant, and then some of them are jumping spiders, wolf spiders, they're all good for your garden. And if you can get a garden spider, I used to have a garden spider in my garden, and it's the one that makes the little like spiral web. They're really cool, and they kind of like bounce on their web if you've ever seen them. Super cool to watch. But yes, they eat lots of insects, especially ones that move. So spiders are definitely good to have in the garden. The next one is ground beetles. So I have a picture of some ground beetles. Here we go. And I'm sure that you guys seen this one, because I see these ones pretty often. And I just leave them be. So this is a ground beetle. It's like a little, small black beetle. And they're in a large group of predatory beetles. There are benefits as adults and larvae. So they will eat a wide range of insects. They'll eat the bad nematodes, the caterpillars. They'll eat thrips. They'll eat weevils, slugs. They'll eat silverfish. Um, we don't want Japanese beetles, but these type of beetles are okay because they will eat things that are down and around the soil. So these are ground beetles. They're one of the good guys. I hope I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm trying to go through this list because I have a lot on this list, but I don't want to miss anyone in the chat either. All right, so the next one on the list is called a soldier beetle. All right, soldier beetles are important because soldier beetles, Melody, soldier beetles prey on the Mexican bean beetle. So let me get that soldier beetle up here. All right, these are soldier beetles. Okay, soldier beetles are an important predator of Mexican bean beetles, Colorado potato beetles, caterpillars, and aphids. And like many beneficials, they're attracted to plants that have compound blossoms, such as Queen Anne's lace and yarrow. So if you've got some Queen Anne's lace and some yarrow in your yard, then you can attract soldier beetles, and they will stick around, and they will be on security for those Mexican bean beetles. So, Melody, that's for you. Get you some Queen Anne's lace and some yarrow to have in the garden, and then you'll be able to attract many beneficial insects that will take care of those, what are they, bean beetles. So that one was for you. Okay, the next one is called an assassin bug. Now, I had seen this for the first time in my garden 2 years ago, and I was like, what is that? And when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it's an assassin bug. So this is the nymph, which is like the baby, I guess you could call it. So this is the nymph. It's like kind of red. It's got super long legs on it. It's, not very big, but you can see it's like a red and black. It's got little, it almost looks like a little lobster. So yeah, assassin bugs look like a strange mix between a praying mantis and a squash bug. They use their sharp mouth parts to prey upon many different types of insects, pests in the garden. In their adult form, they can be mistaken for squash bugs, so look carefully before you squish something. So this is the baby of the assassin bug. So let me see, let me show you a adult assassin. And they have a few different colors that they come there. Some of them are red and black. Some of them look like they're just kind of all gray. But this is the one that I seen in my garden. And let me show you. I wish I didn't have to go through so many clicks to share the screen. Um, now I lost him. Hang on a second. All right. Okay, there he is. Okay, so that is an assassin bug. And it kind of looks like a squash bug, but it has red on it. And there's a few different varieties of the assassin bug. So this is one of them. And then this one is the one that kind of looks like um, the squash bug. Hang on, I got to go through all these clicks. All right. So this is the one that kind of looks like a squash bug, but it's actually an assassin bug. So you see, like it's got kind of like a mohawk on the front of its, like on its back right there. That's the difference. Like a squash bug definitely has this type of a marking on its back, but this is like a winged, not winged, but it kind of comes up. You see on the sides here, it comes up, and then over here on its back, it's got kind of like a mohawk type of thing going on there. And then you can see the, it's like, what is it called? The sharp mouth parts they described them as. You can see that. So this is an assassin bug. And it can be very easy to, yes, they're prettier, fancier shield, the assassin bug. Yes. Um, they they definitely are something you want to keep around, and it's really easy to confuse them with squash bugs. So just actually be careful. We're going to go over what the squash bug looks like so that we can get um, a good idea of exactly what the squash bug looks like. You are so welcome, Lynette Lawrence, because now is the time of these friendly bugs make you want to pass out from fear. Okay, so the next one is called a robber fly. Okay, so robber flies look like this. Um, Where'd it go? Okay, I don't see it in the list. Let me pull it up. It's called a robber fly, and it's another beneficial insect to have. It's pretty cool looking. I actually seen one the other day. It had landed on my tomato cage that is around my raspberry. And I thought it was the Midas fly nymph, but it was actually a robber fly. But I'm glad I knew that it was a good bug regardless. So let's see. All right. There you go. And now we gotta share that screen. All right. So that is a robber fly. He's got this long body here. He's very small. He's not very big. He's like, look at this is a regular fly right here. So he's not much bigger than a regular fly. He just has a long body. Okay. So this is a robber fly. And robber flies are bug eating machines that we're thankful to have on our side. They may look intimidating, but unlike horse flies, they do not attack humans. Instead, they go after a number of common garden pests. So try not to shoo that fly away. Their prey mainly consists of flies, beetles, butterflies, moths, bees, wasps, ants, grasshoppers, crickets, lacewings, dragonflies, damselflies, and mayflies. Okay, so a lot of those are the good guys. These robber flies that can definitely be similar to what praying mantises are, and how they can prey on some of the good guys. So you just have to kind of weigh out, you know, whether or not you want the robber flies around, but they can definitely take care of those grasshoppers. The next one is the hoverfly. The hoverfly is really small, and I don't see it again in my list. All right, so let me pull up the hoverfly. The hoverfly is a really small one, but it's still beneficial. It's very little. They kind of look like tiny bees. All right, let's get it up here on the screen. Sorry if I'm not in the chat, you guys. I want to get through these pictures as soon as I can, so then we can get back in the chat. Okay, so this is the hoverfly here. All right, they're really tiny, so they're probably the ones that hang around your dill. If you see those little tiny flies, they almost look like little tiny bees, and they hang around the dill a lot. Those are hoverflies. Okay, so those are really good. Those are good ones to have around. They kind of look like a yellow jacket without a stinger. They feed on pollen and nectar, and they're extremely important pollinators. Their larvae are voracious predators. Okay, they kill aphids, caterpillars, beetles, and thrips by sucking the juice from their victims. So they're pretty crazy. Yes, Hoverflies are so cute. They're so tiny and they are very good to have. So if you've got a lot of dill in your garden, you will definitely see those little tiny, tiny, tiny pollinators that are flying around your dill. Yes, those are hoverflies. They're very, very good to have in the garden. All right, so the last one I want to cover is the parasitic wasps. All right, so um, there are three types of parasitic wasps. The first one is the Braconid. I hope that was um, I hope that was how I pronounce it, but it's called Braconid. And let me share the screen for you guys. This is the one. These are the ones that lay the eggs on the backs of the whatchamacallits. These are the ones that lay their eggs on the backs of the um, what am I looking for? Hornworm. Yes. These are the ones that lay their eggs on the backs of the hornworm. Let me see if I can pull it up. And there it is. All right. I know it's small. Let me get over there and try to make it bigger. All right. There we go. So this is one type of parasitic wasp, and it's called a braconid wasp. And they lay their eggs on the backs of tomato hornworms, which are these little white things. Those are the eggs of this parasitic wasp. And other caterpillars forming those little white cocoons. And if you see a parasitized caterpillar, don't kill it. Instead, just move it somewhere else in your garden. The wasp larva will take care of it for you. It'll turn into more wasps who will continue to do the good work in your tomato patch. So that is the parasitic wasp that lays the eggs on the back of your tomato hornworm. Now there's the next one is called Trichogramma. These are Trichogramma wasps. I know I have a picture. I lost it. Okay, let me see. Trichogramma wasp. This one's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird looking. All right, so let me show you. It's really tiny. A lot of parasitic wasps are really small. So sometimes it's hard to see. Let me see if I can. Uh-oh. What'd I do? All right. So this one right here in the side this is the egg sac of the Trichogramma wasp. It's really, really tiny. It'll lay this egg, and then all of the larva that comes out of here will they're like really tiny, minuscule wasps. Okay, they'll lay their eggs inside the eggs over 200 different insect pests, preventing the pest eggs from ever hatching in the first place. So they will lay their eggs on other eggs, and then the eggs that they lay them on won't be able to hatch. So that's how they work. And then when their eggs hatch, it eats whatever egg that they laid it on. So when they find, it's kind of like a what are those birds called? They go into other birds' nests and they lay their eggs in other birds' nests. And then when their egg hatches, it like takes out the other birds. I can't remember what the bird is called, but yeah, it's kind of like that. So that is a beneficial. That's a good guy. Now this one is called the Tachometer Fly. And he looks just like a fly. He looks just like any other fly. It's called a Tachometer Fly. And that's what he looks like there. So Tachometer flies, they look just like a small housefly, but it's an active parasitizer of corn borers. So if you have an issue with corn borers, then these types of flies will take care of those. They take care of corn borers, gypsy moth caterpillars, grasshoppers. They even take care of Japanese beetles, Mexican bean beetles, squash bugs, and green stink bugs. So yes, taconid flies are definitely a must in the garden. So they are really good because they are parasitic. They are considered a parasitic fly. So like all living creatures, beneficial insects have a basic need for water, food, and shelter. And by providing those things in your garden, you can have a wide diversity of beneficials that appear in the garden. So the key to getting these beneficials to stay in your garden or to even be in your garden is to have early cowbirds. Yes, yes, Lisa. Cowbirds do that. Yes, yes. It's called a cowbird. Look it up if you don't know. A cowbird. I don't want to get into that, but yes. So many beneficials appear in the garden before the pests do. Okay. So you want to have things that bloom early, very early spring, so that the beneficial insects will have something to eat and drink and they'll have shelter and they will want to stick around. So then they'll stick around and they'll reproduce and then they will have a presence in your garden well before the pests come along. So like early blooming plants, especially ones with tiny blossoms, like alyssum or biennials like carrots and parsley. Parsley is amazing to have in your garden, and my parsley never wants to sprout. Um, they will draw beneficials to your yard in the spring. Later, they will be especially attracted to plants with compound blossoms, okay, such as yarrow, goldenrod, and Queen Anne's lace, and flowering herbs like lavender, mint, sage, dill, fennel, and lemon balm. Okay? Remember that if you resort to using chemical pesticides, that you will often kill the good and the bad bugs. So you want to try to have as many beneficial insects in your garden as possible so that they can try to eradicate the issues. So when you plan your garden, you want to have three things for your beneficials, okay? You want to have nectar, which provides beneficial insects with sugar, and a great couple of things to have is carrots, fennel, and alyssum. Plant them and let them bloom. So alyssum is really good to have as like a ground cover around your plants because they serve multiple purposes. Pollen, okay, provides protein for the good guys. So you want to provide nectar and you want to provide pollen. Okay, so the pollen is what provides the protein. And you want to plant pollen rich things like asters and daisies and echinacea. Those are good pollen and protein rich things for the good guys. And then you also want to have some trap plants like nasturtiums and lupins and Shasta daisies. Those will attract the insects that the beneficials feed on. Okay. So when those are attracted to the nasturtiums and the lupins and the daisies, your beneficial insects will hang around those plants because they'll be hunting. They'll be hunting those bad bugs that come in to get the nasturtium and the lupins and the Shasta daisies. So they're like trap plants, okay? Kind of like how the blue Hubbard squash is a trap plant for the squash bug and the vine borer, okay? So these flowers are trap plants for the bad guys so that the good guys can come in and feed on them. All right, so I've gone through my whole list. I've gone through all the pictures I have. I hope I didn't miss anything in the chat. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If anybody has gone or is getting ready to leave, I thank you for coming in. I thank you for joining me. I hope I am not missing anything. Okay, Mel went to put the chickens to bed. Okay, I was just wondering if you were going to mention the Midas fly. I get that big black one. Looks like a scary wasp, but it's a good guy. Larva eats, grubs, adults pollinates. Yes, LP. I was going to mention the Midas fly. He was in my garden. Did you see my garden tour? I did a garden walkthrough Wednesday, and the Midas flies are in my garden every year. They're huge, but they're so beautiful. And the larva of the Midas fly definitely is very, very beneficial in eating the grubs. And like the beetles, they feed on grubs in the soil before they emerge as a Midas fly. But yes, if you've seen my thumbnail from the, let me see if I can find it. The thumbnail from my walkthrough Wednesday. Let me see if I can share it. Okay. So this is a Midas fly. And this is a huge fly. I mean, it's pretty big. And it looks a little scary when you see it at first, but it is not harmful. It is not going to harm you. And I actually had a few of them chasing each other around the other day in the garden. And I love to see them when they come. I definitely love to see them. But this is called a Midas fly. I'll put the name in the chat. Midas fly. It's a huge fly, but it's very good, very good. Before gardening, I never thought about good or bad bugs. They were all bad to me. Yes. Kind of like a bee, I approve. The little hoverflies, right? Tachnid flies, yep. All the birds are in, Mel. All tucked in. Choose cilantro, dill, fennel, parsley, and Queen Anne's lace. Also aster, chamomile, feverfew, oxeye daisy, and Shasta daisy. Yes, I just ordered some feverfew, so I plan on having some feverfew. I heard that feverfew is really good for like headaches. You can make a tincture with it, and it's good for headaches. So yeah. Okay, Sonia, I don't know if I missed you, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Enjoy your Bible study, and you have a great evening. Alyssum will not last through June in warmer zones. Yes. But if you plant it underneath some of your bigger vegetables, like underneath around squash or like in the soil, kind of like how you would do lettuce underneath some of the other larger vegetables, sometimes it can last through that heat with, you know, the added shade of the bigger leaves of the bigger vegetables. So nectar, got it. Carrots, got it. Pollen, got it. But still have bad bugs. Yeah, sometimes we just can't get enough of the good guys. Nasturtium are yummy too, both blossoms and leaves. Yes, peppery. Mm-hmm. This was a very informative live. Thanks. I'm glad you guys can get something out of it. I like to put nasturtiums in my salads. Yes. I need to finish that tour. It was a long one, LP. It was definitely a long one. And I did it as a premiere so that it would be easier to sit through because it was long. Hey there. Welcome. Happy Friday. Runneth over garden and life. Happy Friday. We just went over some beneficial insects to have in the garden and what to plant to keep them around or to have them around, except for the ending. Yes, yes, I did see your thumbnail. They can be so intimidating, but they're not harmful. Absolutely, LP. I love to see them in the garden. You can tell everyone is intensely listening to you, Becca, because only a few of us are commenting. Huga Homestead. I mentioned you earlier. I was hoping, did you get the seeds? I mailed them out a couple days ago, so they might still be on the way, but they are on the way. Yeah, I'm learning. Everyone say hi to Huga Homestead. Yes, you're right, LP. I don't know. I think I did type MI and it is MY. Feverfew is used for migraines. Yes, that's what, to make a tincture for it. Is used combined with other herbs like butterbur for relaxation and headaches. Yes, I want to try to get away from trying to, I want to try to get away from using like Tylenols and ibuprofens and things like that. Those things are not good for your liver and, you know, different medicines that you just automatically turn to, but I want to have things like that on hand to take instead. I was saying that alyssum would be good as like a ground cover because you know how you can plant your lettuce underneath and around all your big plants because your big zucchini leaves will shade out the lettuce and it'll allow it to grow, or the spinach, you know, things like that, radishes underneath those big, huge zucchini leaves. Well, the same thing goes for like alyssum. It's a very short flower and it stays really close to the ground. So it's good for planting like underneath zucchini. Hello, Life with Belinda and Chuck. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, there it is. My alyssum is growing good under some tomatoes. Yes. And alyssum is so good to attract the beneficials. Put alyssum under blueberries. Okay. I am so happy I was able to make it in. I missed Feel Good Fridays. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad you made it in. Nope, but it's Indiana mail. Yes, I know. The last time I mailed stuff out, it was crazy. Nobody got anything, and then by the time they did get it, it was the mint cuttings, and they didn't survive. And that's the first time that's happened to me. I've always been able to mail it, and it always arrived it always arrived alive. So that was pretty sad to find out. I seen the hoverfly. So cool. Yes, aren't they so cute, Miss Shirley? They're so cute. Super tiny, but super beneficial. The chickens are so big and now going to bed in their own. Oh, with a light bulb. Spelling, schmelling, former editor here. Yeah. Thanks, Suzanne. Thanks, Suzanne. Alyssa's going good under the tomatoes. I made a lemon balm elixir today. Going to try it with my dog for her anxiety. Oh, that's nice. A lemon balm elixir. That sounds awesome. I have tons of lemon balm that I have to get out. I actually have to move it, but I have not been able to muster up the motivation to go do it. The grow bag that it's in is falling apart, so I need to move it to its own space. I don't want to move it somewhere where it's going to take over because lemon balm is part of the mint family, and if you let it take over, it will. So I need to find a space that's all by, that's going to be its own space. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the space where the squash is at right now, but after the squash is done, obviously. Get some Barbados cherries. 3 of them will take care of a headache. Oh, and they have very high vitamin C. I have several bushes. Barbados cherries. So that's a cherry that grows on a bush, Lisa? Barbados cherries. You said you have several bushes. So those are bushes, huh? Interesting. My dog does well with lavender mixture, so thinking she will do well with lemon balm. Tell me how that works out. I have a dog that has anxiety really bad. Anything else under zucchini besides alyssum? Not as far as I can think. Alyssum would be fine, and anything else that stays really close to the ground. I think I don't know if I'm confusing it, but I think Sweet William stays close to the ground. That might be another one. I just got lemon balm seeds for next season. Oh, good, Mike. I have tons of lemon balm seeds. So I'm set on that. But my lemon balm just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it's flowering now. So it's about to give me some more seeds. This mixture I am giving my dog now has chamomile, ginger, lavender, and passion flower. Interesting. Okay. I was surprised my lemon bulb did not come back this year. Oh, yeah. That is surprising because it usually comes back. I grew it in small pots. The winter was harsh. Okay. So the small pot definitely was the issue. I grew some comfrey in some pots, and I mistakenly forgot to get it in the ground before the winter, and I left it out for the winter in the pots, and I lost all the comfrey. So growing in pots in the winter is definitely you're definitely taking a risk in those plants, the roots freezing too hard, and that plant not being able to recover. Um, So if you have things in pots that you think are, you know, that you want to come back next year, I would put them either in the garage or if you have a shed or something like that, just to get them in a space where they can be protected from the frost and from the hard freeze. They're still going to get cold, but I think it would be better if they had some type of protection. Cherries are good for inflammation and cherries are good for arthritis. I love cherries. Cherries are like one of my favorite fruits. Let me know how that goes. I could use some for my dog. My lemon balm has taken over, digging it up everywhere. Oh yes, Miss Shirley. Lemon balm is part of the mint family. So just as you would not plant mint freely in your garden, do not plant lemon balm freely in your garden. You will regret it. That is what I feared. That's why I had it in small pots. Yep. I heard you talking to me. I was in the other room getting my jammies on. I don't know what I was saying, honestly, Lisa. Oh, cherries. That's what I was saying. The Barbados cherries.
Pizza?
Sure. The Barbados cherries. I was asking if the Barbados cherries is a tree or a bush, because you mentioned that you have multiple bushes of the Barbados cherries. Is it bad I'm growing dill in same grow bag as zucchini? No, it's not bad. Dill is fine with your zucchini, and it's not a really deep-rooted plant, so it's an herb. Amarginata is a tropical fruit-bearing shrub in the family. Common names include acerola cherry, guarani cherry, Barbados cherry, West Indian cherry, and wild myrtle. Okay, so let me write that down. Okay, I don't know how to say that, but Malpighiae emarginata. All right, that we're gonna go with that. And I'm not gonna try it again. Need to bring it inside in the winter. I keep mine in pots. Okay, okay, okay. Bring it inside. Okay. All right, that's good to know. I had an old 10-cent pack of dill and it sprouted, huh, Mike? There was a few people saying that they couldn't get their dill to sprout. So, hey, that old 10-cent pack of dill, if it sprouted, then hey, you're doing good. You're doing better than some. They bloom and fruit during the warm months. Okay. Dill is supposed to repel squash bugs. Absolutely. Dill is very good at repelling a lot of bugs because dill attracts the hoverfly. So that's why it can repel squash bugs, is because the beneficials are in the dill, hence the bad bugs don't want to, you know, they probably have a instinct, I guess you could say, that they should not be there. They should not go that way because there might be some predators there. Mine too, the dark cherry. Darker the berries is so much sweeter. Oh man, cherries are on sale right now at the Strachan Van Til near me for $2.99 a pound. So yeah, I will be getting me some cherries very soon. Freaked me out stepping out of nowhere. Ah, you talking about my niece? Yeah, that's funny, right? Because it just like it's like a face that comes into the picture, and it's like it freaks me out too because I don't even hear her when she comes in. That's funny. I think I'm gonna plant more dill near my zucchini and squash. Yes, that's a good way to know. They get me every year. That is good to know. I will plant dill all over if it will help. I'm telling you. They seemed happy together. Wasn't sure. Yes. I wish I had this year. I had dill in a pot last year, but this year I have had issues starting some herbs. Yes. Some people have issues starting certain herbs. I I was having issues starting what was it? Parsley. Parsley. I don't know what it is. I have tried for 2 years now to get parsley in the garden, and I was tempted to buy the start, but I have a lot of parsley seed, so I didn't want to buy the start if I could just get the parsley to grow from seed. But I didn't have any luck again this year, so maybe in the fall I'll try it again. All of a sudden, boom, over, over like a ghost. Oh, that's funny. Okay, Miss Shirley, you have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend and happy Friday. I plant mine in April outside. Yeah, I plant mine in April too, outside. Like I planted all the other herbs. And my basil didn't come up either. I planted basil in 3 different spots and none of it came up. So then I started some in a pot in the sunroom, and of course that came up. So I don't know, maybe we just had too much rain in the beginning for it, and I don't know if the seeds got washed. I don't know. I don't know, but it just didn't germinate. I'm headed out to, gotta go see what the 13th Sea Turkish Warriors are up to. Okay, all right, Lisa, thank you for coming in. It's always good to have you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will be taking a look at your mushroom video probably tomorrow sometime, but I am very interested in that mushroom video. So, yes, you have a great evening. I tried again for parsley. I have 3 seedlings in a pot. You know what, Suzanne? That's probably what I'm going to have to do. Um, I'm probably going to have to just go ahead and put some parsley in a pot like I did the basil, because my parsley just never wants to sprout. I've even tried to overwinter it. I mean, not overwinter it. I've tried to winter sow it and I didn't get any. Or the parsley that I did get, it just died right away. David had a phone call for over an hour, so he's going to watch the replay. Thank you, David. Try to overwinter that parsley. Oh, hello, Kiki. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. We talked about beneficial insects and what they look like and what to look for and how to get them in your garden and how to keep them in your garden and which bugs go after which bugs. So definitely catch the replay if you can. I just kept dropping more and more seeds thinking the birds were stealing them. Now I have a bunch of herbs. Okay. I planted tons of dill, basil, parsley, sage. 1 dill came up, 1 parsley, and a dozen basil. Our weather was mild until a week or so ago. Okay. You're in Alaska. Is that right, Baloo's Clues? Didn't you say in the live the other day that you were at like 60 degrees? My parsley choked out my jalapeno plant. What? I was like, where'd my pepper plant go? Was engulfed by the parsley. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Wow. Just took over, huh? That's crazy. Me again. The big fungi video is scheduled to publish July 17th. What they do for you, etc. Okay, I'm out. Okay, Lisa. I'll be on the lookout for that. Okay. No, I am Rhode Island. Our evenings were cool and days didn't get warm until after the 4th. Wow. That's really late. I didn't realize that Rhode Island's weather was so cool up there like that. Okay. She's from England. No, she's not in Alaska. I thought she was in Alaska. I'm thinking of someone else, but I thought it was Blues Clues that said they were in the 60s yesterday. That might have been you, GT, that said your weather was in the 60s. It is not normally like this. Yeah, well, we're in the global warming and climate change and all that good stuff. So the norm is not the norm anymore. And it's almost unpredictable now because every year it just seems to be different. Like just when you think you are, like the last few years, I used to be able to plant out like right around Mother's Day, like Mother's Day, by Mother's Day, it was, we were good. We were good to go. And now it's been a week, 2 weeks after Mother's Day, and it's still cold and we're still getting frost. And I can't put tomatoes outside or peppers or, any of those frost tender plants. So, I mean, there are a lot of plants that you can direct sow or that you can put out before your last frost date, but tomatoes and peppers is now one of them. And when you've got peppers and tomatoes growing indoors and they're getting big and they're getting huge, and you're still waiting for the weather to break so that you can get them outside, it can be a little frustrating. And then your plants can suffer, and every year it just seems to push later and later. So, and then even during June, it's still cold. But just peely bush, no pepper. Yeah, that was you. Okay, 60 degrees. The other morning it was in the 60s. You remember, right? Alaska is beautiful, but that cold is something serious. That's something I don't want. I'm in the Midwest, and I don't even like the cold that we have here. I wish we could have moved when we had the chance, but things happened and we ended up staying here. And we said, "Oh, we'll move, but just not right now." And now it just seems like I don't know if we're gonna ever make that move now. 8 hurricanes last year. This year, no rain. Isn't that crazy? It's so unpredictable. Like one year it's one extreme, and the next year it's like from like a total another extreme. It's crazy. Yes, that happened with my peppers. They were stunted because of being stuck inside so long. Yep. And then your plants suffer because of that. Those were the days when we could plan out the summer garden after Mother's Day. Now even Memorial Day is still kind of chilly. Exactly. Like I didn't put my tomatoes and stuff out till I want to say after Memorial Day. I'm pretty sure it was like June by the time I put them out. It was bad. Cold, yikes. It's been so hot here since May 1st. Yeah. We got that hot spell. We did get that hot spell where it was really hot and it was like all of a sudden. And we had like 90-degree days, for a few days straight. And um, it was like a mad dash to get shade cloth up and make sure things were watered and, but since then it's been okay. Has been crazy hot. Um, but we haven't gotten enough rain. We did get some rain today. I'm very thankful for that. We got a rain. It was a nice, peaceful, steady rain. It was all day long. So that was one of my feel good Friday stories, is that we had plenty of rain. So I was loving that. We've been up and down temperature wise. Last frost was early May. Growing season started a little early and then a cool spell followed. Yep. So the almanac told me that my last frost date was April 28th, but I knew not to believe that. I knew better than that. April 28th. I never plant out in April. I know that the last frost is not in April. So I usually do Mother's Day, and for the past couple of years, I've gone at least 2 weeks past Mother's Day because I know that in the last few years, right around the 12th of May, we get a frost. And like I want to say about 3 years ago, I put my plants out after Mother's Day, and that frost came through around the 12th or the 13th and killed almost everything. I was so sad. I was so sad. We got some good rain these last 3 days. Yes. Hot spell. This heat has never left. It's horrible. Then the humidity is a whole nother story. Yes, because then when it starts to get humid like that, then you start having issues like powdery mildew and downy mildew and things like that. And then your plants start to suffer in other ways. My lawn is turning brown. We haven't had rain in so long. Oh, Kiki, I'm so sorry. I would love one whole day and night of steady rain. Yes, that's what we had today. It was all day. It let up for a little while, it got a little sunny, a little warm, and then the rain came back. And I loved it because it wasn't like an angry, pouring, thunderstorm rain. It was a peaceful, calm, steady rain. I was out shopping. I was, out and about all day. And if I had the time, I probably would have been outside in the garden in the rain because that's one of the things that I enjoy. I like to be out in the garden in the rain, especially with the rain that we had here today. It was just that kind of rain that you could just continue to work in. It wasn't too much, it was just enough. I'm not used to heat in zone 4. Zone 4, woof. Yes, zone 4 has been scorching lately. 7B, hotter, no rain in months. I had to throw busted tomatoes away due to cracking. Yeah, I had posted something on my community page like a little while ago. We were supposed to get a bunch of rain, like a whole week worth of rain. Well, we didn't get the whole week like I thought we were. But when you know that there's a lot of rain in the forecast, it's a good idea to harvest any of your green tomatoes and just let them ripen on the counter because too much rain all at once will definitely cause that cracking. Yes. The last storm went around us, hoping the one I saw on radar will reach us and rain steadily for a few hours anyway. Yes, that same thing happened. I was looking forward to the rain and then it never came. And I was like, what happened? It just went over the lake and it totally went around me. I was like, that is so rude. That's like my neighbor. He keeps mowing his yard and he's leaving a dust cloud behind him. Our grass is all crunchy and brown, sad looking. Why would he mow his grass if it's brown? That's not even healthy. That's bad for your grass to mow it when it's like that. I plant cold tolerant crops after Mother's Day. Wait till June for tomatoes. Yes, Mike, definitely. I plant my cold tolerant crops before Mother's Day. There's a short list of things that can go out, before the last frost because they can take a frost. So if you have established some starts, like some 6 or 8 week old starts of like kale and cabbage, spinach, radishes can go out, broccoli, lettuces, just different things. Some mainly the brassicas and like the leafy, the collards, kales, and turnips and things like that. Those things can go out like at least six, sometimes some of them 6 weeks before your last frost. So you can definitely get those things out really early. I wish I could bottle up our rain and send it y'all's way. It rains here more than in Seattle. We have rain sometimes the entire day and all week and maybe a day in between. Wow. And that's just southern Indiana. That's just south of me. So I'm not even getting that same rain. The traditional tomato planting time is Memorial Day weekend. It's become like that here too, Suzanne, because it used to be Mother's Day and now it's been pushed. It's definitely been pushed. I was gonna mow today, thought why bother? Just crunchy dirt. Crunchy. Crunchy dirt. They can't even get it right anymore. Yep. Some David. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's funny, David. You're hilarious. I used to plant my tomatoes April 1st, not the last 2 years. Right. Why waste the fuel? Exactly. Why waste the fuel? He is so religious on cutting that lawn. I wish I could film him on a short, but I'm afraid he might see the post. Wow. David, you're funny. Yeah, Seattle gets an average of 37 inches of rain. Here in New Albany, Indiana, it's 45 inches of rain. Wow. Yeah, I wish you could bottle it up and spread it out. I want to try garlic in grow bags, but I'm scared the cold will kill it. No, Mike, the cold shouldn't kill it. If you mulch it really well, it should be okay. What I would say is possibly if you put your grow bags inside of like another container, that way you can give it a little bit of protection, the roots at least, a little bit of protection. Because garlic definitely doesn't need protection. It's fine during the whole winter. But mulch it really well and then put the grow bag inside of another container. Like maybe if you have an 18-gallon tote or something like that, and you can put your grow bags, like a couple of them, inside the 18-gallon tote, and maybe put like some straw around there just to kind of insulate it, or some mulch, some wood chips, some grass clippings. If you've got some crunchy grass, you can put in there. Just something to like insulate it. You know what I mean? And it should be fine because you say you're in zone 4, so I know it probably gets way colder than what I get here. Negative 40 or more here. Yeah. More days tomato planting day for y'all. Does that mean shorter growing season for the tomatoes? Yes, it does. But it seems like it's as much as it's pushed, the starting, it's also pushed the ending because like I had mentioned earlier, I don't know if it was last year, it was like 60 degrees in December. It was so weird. And the year before that, we had like I remember it so good because it was my niece's birthday. Her birthday is November 8th. And it was in the 70s on that day, and we were playing water games outside. So it has been later and later that it starts to get really cold here. So even though the Memorial Day is now a thing, the first frost is also like a delayed thing. So it's just kind of moved. I think we're just moving. Our calendar is changing. Is pretty much what it is. It's just not what it used to be. Fall planting for garlic, and it likes the cold. Mulch it a lot, yes. Minnesota. Lots of snow there, huh, Mike? I was wondering if I can overwinter in Zone 5A. We don't get the snow over cover we used to have. Yeah, we don't. We don't get all that snow like we used to have. We get like one good snow, maybe, and then it will snow, and by the next morning, it's gone. 1 or 2 inches, sometimes 3 inches, but by the next morning, it's gone. So it doesn't stay around. The snow doesn't stick around like it used to be. I remember one year, it was 2012, and we had a blizzard every weekend. Every weekend, I kid you not, we had a blizzard every weekend. We were snowed in every weekend, and it took us like the entire week to get out of that snow. And then, boom, next weekend we get hit again, and it would be 6 inches at a time, 10 inches at a time. It was so crazy. We lived right off the lake. So it was, of course, it was the lake effect snow, but I will never forget that. And now, barely any snow. I started my garlic in the winter first time last year. It's fine. Yeah, garlic is very hardy. So I don't see why you wouldn't be able to grow it, Mike. I think you would be just fine. A grow bag could be a little bit, because you're in zone 4, a grow bag could, you would want to insulate it a little better than if you had like just a regular pot. They didn't get enough light. Okay. It's often colder here than Alaska. I got family there. They tease me. Minnesota gets cold. Wow. Leaves. Yes, Mel. That's a good one. Leaves. Put your leaves. Mulch or surround those bags with leaves. Insulate it with tons and tons of leaves. Yes. I'll try to plant in October and put the bag in a tote with mulch. Thanks. You're welcome. Yes, that would definitely help insulate your bag, and it will help you out a lot. Last year I was picking tomatoes. Make sure that you have drainage in the tote, Mike. Make sure that you put drainage holes in the tote, because if it does snow and that snow happens to melt, you want that snow to be able to go somewhere. So make sure that you have drainage holes in that tote, even though you're not actually planting in that tote. You don't want that tote to hold a bunch of water either. Last year I was picking tomatoes and peppers in November. Yep. Now that has never happened here. We had a milder winter last year. Yep. And it's been like that, milder and milder as the months get later and later. Yep, same. Our first frost was a month later last season. Yeah, it's just being pushed back. I mulched my garlic 25-gallon bag with sheep wool. Oh, nice. That's awesome, LP. Wow, your garlic was really tucked in. That's amazing. Last year it rained so much, my plants were drowning because they are in pots that have drip trays under them. Oh, yeah. I prayed some of this rain would hit our Aussie friends. Oh, definitely. Yeah, same here, David. I don't like I'm glad we don't have those Indiana blizzards anymore. Not to say that we won't still have them or that we can't still have them, but we have not had them like that in a long time. It didn't get there until after their growth season, and look at what happened to poor Gerwin. The water is rushed through their home. Through our home? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's so sad. Here in Georgia, I haven't seen snow in about 4 or 5 years. Good for you, Cassandra. We talked about that, I think, yesterday, how nice it would probably be to live in Georgia. Yeah, hard neck, plastic tote, mulch on top. I did harvest tiny balls from the grow bag. Hey, some is better than none, right? That's like people in Jamaica can't believe how hot it gets in Indiana. Yeah, I don't know why not. Good night, I believe I want to believe. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Drill holes, plus probably use it after to plant potatoes in. Hey, there you go. Absolutely. Our first frost is said to be October 7th, and last year I don't think we got it until the end of October, early November. Same here. Same here. Like this year, they're telling us October 22nd, but I don't believe that that's going to be right. Good night, Kiki. Thank you so much for stopping in. Happy Friday, and you have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. If I could grow all year, that would be awesomeness. I was saying the same thing. I would love to be able to grow all year round. While trying to get through that, she broke her foot. Yep. Yeah. It seems like when one thing happens, it's like one thing after the other. All right, guys, it is 9:30 my time, and we've been on here for about 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I do have to get some things done for the party tomorrow, so I don't want to be up too late. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for tonight, but I want to thank you guys all for coming in. I hope that this was an informative live for you guys. If you did find it informative, then please share it out. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And yeah, and if you are watching the replay, thank you for making it to the end. And share it, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. And everyone have a great weekend. And yeah, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.